Hey, I couldn't cover anything yesterday because my cat was very ill, and I had to put him down yesterday. So I've been having a hard time. I did a live stream about it, and I put up some pictures. I'm still having a hard time. I'm still like imagining that he could be peering around the corner at me or walk down the living room and come pawing at the sliding glass door so he could be on the balcony with me. I still have a scar on my right arm where he bit me in late January. He was still of normal size and normal activity at the end of January, and we are now just 2 months out from that. And he looked fine in February, and then in March he just freaking declined. So we lost Pumpkin the Pie, the cat, yesterday, which was a little more pressing to me than the bullshit going on with Foodie Beauty, who decided to rebrand back to her original name. We all knew she was going to ultimately do that, because the whole Muslim arc, Kuwait arc, is not working for her. She's losing views. She's losing interest. So anyway, let's see what Garlic Bread has to say about it. And by the way, Garlic Bread, thank you so much for stopping by and giving me your condolences. I really appreciate that. That was very nice.
Back commentary for you. This is going to be a long video, but we're going to go through a lot. If you're not aware, there's been some ramblings that Chantal's channel has been suspended. One of her videos has been removed. What I will tell you, though, is one thing YouTube is good at is streamlining its appeals process. So Chantal very likely can appeal and be live tonight, tomorrow. However, what I will say, there's some poeticness.
Well, there was also 2 community posts that were also removed, and I don't know if that was by her own doing or if those were reported and removed by YouTube as well. So we don't know how serious this is at this point.
To this, right? Just a couple years ago, she lost her channel on her birthday before she went to Cuba. She got it back the day of her birthday. Obviously, when you look at the Omegle situation where she is now, it's a little different, but last couple months, she's been very brazen and coming out and saying, hey, I'm striking all these channels other than...
Okay, so we got 2 different thoughts here. A lot of people who are new to the Goral world don't know what the Omegle thing is. So apparently when she was live streaming, I don't even know how you show images, so I don't know how this happened. But apparently a minor got in there and showed his junk, basically. And she deleted the live stream immediately afterwards, or like edited it or something like that, but it was too late. It was already reported. That's the story I've heard, right? Now he's going into a stream that she did with Yo Mama like about a week ago or something, where Yo Mama basically baited her into exposing herself for reporting React channels. And it was, I don't believe you report any channels. I would never do that. Of course I do. And I'll show you the receipts. And she started pulling up screenshots of her report list. And it was like all the major people. I mean, it was like French Fried Girl, Garlic Bread, Breezin', um, even Unicorn Fondue was in there. It was a ton of people that she's been trying to take down their channels, despite the fact that none of these people have done that to her, and everybody is trying to monetize and make a little coin doing what they do, and it's really uncool to do that. But anyway, here we go. Oh yeah, I see one of the comments says someone already snapped up the Everyday Miriam handle. I think Garlic Bread actually goes into that.
And she's shown that. But I want to talk about kind of a bird's eye view of failure and what she's tried to do. And I think we have to start here because this is 11 days ago. You know, this is her silver play button, something obviously important to her. YouTube is where she gets a lot of her attention, her pride. And that plaque has this name on it, Everyday Miriam, right? And now you can see bare minimum Miriam because she has lost this name yet again, just like Foodie B, just like Foodie Beauty, just like Big Beautiful Me. You know, our social media handles are very important to the identity of the channel. That's why when you search, whether it's Everyday Miriam, whether it's Foodie Beauty, her channel very often does not come up unless you scroll down. Now, that has to do with likes and other things, but the reality is she's damaged her brand to this point.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about that brand. I want to talk about what she's done, what she's tried to do, and really, if you're wanting to start a YouTube channel, there's a lot of information to be learned here from someone's failure. And I don't mean failure in a negative way. I mean failure in looking at the whole picture and how things have not been successful.
My name is Katerina.
And how things have not been successful. Ways you can learn, adapt, and try again until it is. When we look at these videos here, 22,000 views, 15,000 views. You can live off that, right? These are 18 and 10-minute videos. But what are we doing, right? Weigh in, updates, it's bad. Trying to exercise at 377 pounds. We're using a lot of things that are going to generate interest. We're saying, hey, my weight is bad. We're giving a number. We're saying, hey, I weigh 377 pounds. I'm trying to work out. Using things like help me. Using things like update. Thumbs down. Sad faces, right? Those are all designed to get you to click. Right now, where do we go from there? Because if we look at just a couple months prior, we had attempted this before. Right now, we weren't as successful then. We weren't using the same weight numbers, right? We weren't showing the scale. She learned and said, hey, this is what people want to see. That's why if you look, 11,000 views on the health journey. People trying to talk about Weight Watchers, talking about using prepared meals, right? These aren't getting nearly the same response. So she learned. She knew what people wanted to see. And we're going to get into that in just a moment. And she did try to adapt. But the problem is people lost interest. And a big part of the reason they lost interest is they got tired of seeing the same things. And you can see right here is the proof. 4 months ago, right? 13,000 views, 10,000 views. Day one. Again, not being rude about failing, but if you're starting day one again, that means you weren't successful. Now we're doing OMAD, so we're trying to put our diet back in play. Right? We're walking on the beach, so we're trying to show exercise. Walking is hard. The reality, though, these videos, 10,000 views, 13,000 views. Okay, so what if your boss came to you today and said, listen, tomorrow I want you to work just as hard as you did today, but I'm going to pay you half. Because that's what's happening here. Like Chantal, don't like Chantal, does not matter. She's putting out the same content, but she is making half the money in just a number of months. It's not like this is a gradual decline, right? This is just 8, 9 months from one video to the next. Now, when I say that she does try to learn, she does try to adapt, right? She saw these views were down. So what did she try to do? Well, she went back to old reliable, right? Losing 200 pounds, showing kind of full body shots. The interesting part of this, 2 months ago, we only got 9,000 views. So now you've seen, hey, there's been 7 months that have went on, and all of a sudden, the same tricks that were working aren't working before. Right now, all of a sudden, I'm getting the same amount of views I was, even trying to lure people in with these numbers to generate their interest. Also, we can take a look at the revert. We can take a look at the whole Muslim situation, right? No matter how you want to look at it, cosplay, non-cosplay, does not matter. You have to look at it from a business standpoint with Chantal because this is her channel. It's Foodie Beauty or Everyday Miriam Incorporated, right?
Yeah.
34,000 views on an 8-minute video. It's a livable wage, right? You can live off that. It's enough income. However, this is a year ago. How people have lost interest in her revert is because she's not stuck with it properly. Just like all the diets, it's the same issues that she has. She has to start over. She tries to make this into a talking point. Clear as day right here.
Well, I mean, for all the tiny criticisms that people have thrown at her, such as, I don't think you're praying the right way, I don't think you're praying in the right direction, I think the more recent karaoke has been more harmful to her channel than even the eating, because even the eating has been a little less disgusting. I mean, it's still been pretty disgusting, but the singing, she sounds like a goat when she's singing, and sounds like a goat, you guys. And she has poor song choices. I don't know if that's just because she was not introduced to better music than that, or I mean, I've heard that she was a mean girl, so maybe she just listened to Top 40. Who knows?
You can't get more clear than this. Ramadan 2023, days 1 and 2, 21,000 views a year ago. Now, these videos don't have a lot of pull after the fact, right? This video here probably only going to get views until around April 1st. It's just the way it is. Very time-sensitive content in this community. However, if you look at these 21,000 views, day 1 and 2, compared to where we are now, again, we're cut in half. 2 weeks ago, 11,000 views. Really the same length of video, really the same concept of video, but the views are cut in half. Now, during this time, Chantal, I think, was aware of this. She knew things were failing, right? She was fully understanding, hey, I'm not getting my views. Let me try other things. I'm going to try to become a gamer. I'm going to stream on Twitch. I'm going to stream on YouTube. This was met with even less success. This is a 13-minute video, which was a highlight compilation. 5,000 views. We wonder why she stops doing this. It's not worth her time to put these videos together to make that little views. But we do know she knows what does still work. Right? We're going to go back here to just 3 months ago. Right? When she's back in Canada, when she's offering to take off the hijab, when she's projecting what's next, getting my own place, I can't fly due to my size, look what happens. Right, we're right back to 22, 21. Now, I'll be honest with you, we're still a far cry from those close to 30, 40,000 views, but we're a heck of a lot closer than we are from 5,000 views and 9,000 views. And I think Chantal is smart enough to look at her own numbers, her own analytics, and understand what she needs to do and what needs to happen.
And you have to keep everything in perspective. So she currently has 101K subscribers, right? So the view count should be higher than that based on her total subscriber number. Whereas this much smaller channels are obviously going to have much smaller views, right? Because they have much less exposure. But that being said, I even have a video that I did maybe a couple years ago about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith that still gets bumped and has 32,000 views. And I only have like 1.2K followers. So, I mean, it's not impossible for a video to take off, you know?
Right? If she isn't, that's okay. Because YouTube has no problem telling us, hey, these videos aren't successful. These videos are. You need to learn, because the more money you make, the more money we make. We need you to be successful. And in Chantal's case, with her sole form of income, she needs her to be successful, whether that's as Miriam, whether that's as Foodie Beauty. And make no mistake, the picture of her in that sweater was designed to be shown without an abaya. The picture of her in that car was designed for you to see that she's back in Canada driving around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sit here and insult her and say that she has no idea what she's doing. Right? She's garnered a lot of views. She's garnered a lot of subscribers. She hasn't held on to them, but she's still done it. And there's something to be said for that, regardless of how you feel about her. But also, she needs to realize that what she's been doing, historically, now we can look over the course of the year, is not working. She's hurting her brand along the way by losing the only thing that associates to her. She's giving it to other people because her tags are quickly taken, her handles are quickly taken. And her inability to have open comments, likes and dislikes, has damaged her engagement to the point that reaction channels can start last month, next month, and easily take, if you want to look at it, as market share away from her in search results, because they will immediately get more community response than her. Yes, there are people that don't watch her channel because they don't like her. Yes, there are people that despise her and won't give her the view and watch others in spite. I'm not going to deny that. But
oh yeah, I've literally had some of my followers comment on the fact that they won't watch my Foodie Beauty reactions because they just can't handle it. I think what you need to know is that I try not to cover the mukbangs as much and just cover like the drama. So if you just like the drama, you can probably tune in and be fine. Because I do try and limit the eating shit.
Reality is, she has also made it very challenging to watch her because of how she handles herself, how she tries to restart and reinvent herself, how she never addresses past failures before starting new projects. And ultimately, we can see someone's health continue to decline, their happiness continue to decline. And even when they try to come online and project that everything is perfect and we have no idea what we're talking about, we can still go back again from this bird's eye view and know that things are very much not in the direction she would want them to be. I appreciate you sitting through this long video. I'm going to leave you with the top comments from the last video, and
all right, thank you very much, Gorlick Bread. I'm going to copy your link, make sure it's in the description, and I'm going to cover one more thing before I conclude this video. Okay. So I cut out her copyrighted intro, but French Fried Girl did a birthday greeting for Foodie Beauty today. So happy birthday, Chantal. I know it's your 40th. I'm turning 50 next month. I'm fairly certain that even despite my nerve damage that I'm in better health than you are. Even though you could probably walk a little faster than I can, despite the fact that you say you have sciatica. Girl, go to a doctor, please. All right. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, there are two things going on right now. One is, these are the text messages that were released by Kai Bella right around Christmas. I think it was released somewhere around December 28th. And then Chantal had a complete meltdown in her car and said that she doesn't even believe in God and she's gonna take off the hijab and she's done. The Kuwait arc is over. My husband! My husband! I gave up both of my cats for you. Right? So that, these are the text messages that were released, even though she insists she's never actually read them. Right? She insists she's never actually read them. The other part is the music overlaying is her birthday from last year when Salah pulled out his keyboard and sang happy birthday to her.
I gave my cats away for you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Chantal. Happy birthday to you.
Alright, so there you have it. Happy birthday, Chantal. Alright, so for the next few days, I'm going to have to be clearing out my house of all of my cat stuff. But I'm going to be doing it kind of slowly because I'm pretty depressed about it. So I'll get through it. But I did tell my mom I'm going to give her all of the cat food because she has a cat. He eats the same sort of stuff. And I have some toys and some extra sand, cat sand. And I have some larger items that I don't know if she's going to want at some point or I'm going to have to like donate. It's going to be a process. Alright. Happy birthday, Chantal.